counting up, but we're live. Hello, everybody. Ooh, what is going on with this head top? All right, who's in the chat today? NASCAR Beats, you were the first one in here. I didn't even have the timer on before you jumped in, so hello. Risey, hello. Low Wave, King 5, Versus Beats, 8th Life, Just Dean. Who else is in here? Nardude, wow. What's up, everybody? Cloud9, Lil Nap. KP Bot, Bufo, 8th Life. Wow, there's a lot of y'all in here today. Welcome back to The Deal. Got a good show for you guys today. I'm really excited. Let me hit you with a little announcement, though, if you didn't already know. If you want to get placed on Cousin Stiz's new project, here's how. Cousin Stiz is looking for up-tempo hip-hop beats with edgy characteristics. We're not looking for any dark beats, though, so keep that in mind. The ideal beat would sound like it could be played at a party, but also while going for a drive. If you want to learn more, you can do so at beatstars.world/Cousin Stiz. Let me see if we got that little... let me drop that in the chat for you guys right quick. Bam. Check that out. Make sure you submit. Follow the rules, please. Hey, Tia. Always good to see you, fam. Hi, Cloud9. Jack Paper. Hello. Benny Alexander. What up? It's all family in here as per usual. Okay, so I guess what we're going to do is jump into the actual show. Welcome back to The Deal. My name is Tia Gordon. I am the host of The Deal, but I'm also the Music Opportunities Manager here at BeatStars. If you're new to The Deal, we are highlighting our BeatStars Publishing roster. BeatStars Publishing is a partnership between BeatStars and Sony Music Publishing, who are the #1 global music publisher in the world. If you're interested in finding out more information, including how you can sign up for BeatStars Publishing, you can head over to beatstars.com/publishing. And don't forget to follow at BeatStars Publishing for some free industry game and to get better acquainted with some of the talented producers on our roster. This week, we are hanging out with Steezewav and Stoic Beats. If you want to rewatch this interview or any of the other interviews that we've done, you can check it out alongside all of our past shows, content, tutorials on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/official BeatStars. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe in my best YouTube influencer voice. I'm going to bring the guys in. What does edgy characteristics mean? Asking for a friend. I mean, I think if you listen to Cousin Stiz's music, you'll get an idea of what kind of sound he has. It's very playful, but it's got a little bit of grit to it, but in a way that's still playful and not like hard. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I hope I broke that down. Okay. Anyways, let's bring the guys in. I'm very excited. I know that a lot of people are very excited to see Stoic and Steez. I saw them in the Instagram live. Bam, bam, hello.
Yo.
Bam, Steez. Everybody say hello. You know the deal. The deal.
What's going on? I can't see the chat, but we all good.
You said what?
I can't see the chat, but we're good.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just blank on my screen, but that's all good.
Do you see on the side it says comments?
Oh, okay, wait. Mine was on private chat. There we go. Okay.
There you go. I was like, that's so odd. I was
My bad, we good.
The comments half the fun, so you definitely have to see those.
For sure.
So welcome to the show, guys. I don't know who wants to go first. Maybe we could start in the order that we did on the Instagram live. I'll pick on Stoic first. Feel free to introduce yourself. Let us know where you're from, what kind of music you make, and then also to add to that, let us know how you got started in music. Floor is yours.
What's up, guys? I'm Stoic. I'm from New York City, Staten Island specifically. I make mostly hip hop, sometimes pop, a little bit of alternative. And I got started in music. I mean, I first started playing guitar when I was like 10. I'm 23 now. But somewhere after high school, I picked up Machine, which is like the weirdest DAW. For any producers in here, I don't think anyone uses Machine. But if you're familiar, I picked it up and I never looked back since then. I have switched to Ableton, but Machine will always be first in my heart.
And sorry, I don't know if you said that in my blanks, but what kind of brought you into the producer world? Like what pushed you to
Really, it was just all the music that I was listening to at the time during high school. I mean, To Pimp a Butterfly just came out, and the production on there was just like phenomenal. I was like, how do I get into this? How do I like? I was making music all my life in bands and stuff like that, but I was never, behind a computer making beats like we all are now. And yeah, I just kind of jumped in and didn't look back.
That's super fire. Yeah, to Pimp a Butterfly is a good inspiration, like start point for sure.
Yeah, that's my top album ever. So,
Wow,
I had to get into it.
that is incredible. Steez,
My bad. I had my mic muted, so it wasn't echoing. But I'm from Canada, guys. I'm right across the border from Detroit, a couple hours out from Toronto, and I started making music because my cousin, he was a sick producer, and he inspired me when I was younger, but like I was just too young to really get into it. But then a couple artists I listened to, like Russ and Mac Miller and Logic, I actually like found out that they made their own beats. And I thought that was sick. Like I was just watching like one of their vlogs and I was like, no way, like these rappers are making their own beats. So I was like, I want to get into this. And I had Logic on my laptop, but like for some reason, like I was just garbage. I couldn't make anything good. And my buddy told me about Fruity Loops, FL Studio. So I was about to like let it go, but he was like, no, like you got to try FL Studio. Like this one is easy to use. Like it's very like user friendly. So I tried it. I ended up making a couple beats and then I started liking it and it was fun. And then, yeah, the rest is history, I guess.
And now you're here and now you're part of BeatStars family. So I guess maybe let's talk about how you even started selling and licensing beats online. How did you even come across BeatStars and what made you stay? And I'll lob that back to Stoic.
All right. Yeah, so I started off, I mean, pretty much everything stemmed from YouTube with just me posting beats as a hobby. And I was in college at the time and I kind of just like needed a place to store my beats. So I never really expected people to listen to them. I was just like, I was kind of making some trash at the time, to be honest. So for anybody to even listen to them, it kind of, I don't know, I didn't really expect it. And like I said before, I started with Track Train, and then I started realizing everyone around me was using BeatStars. So I kind of made the switch because I liked that they had their own social, like type of social gathering place and like their own marketplace like that. So it was really an easy decision for me. And ever since I've switched to BeatStars, like I've been making way more connections and, that translates to sales and all that good stuff. Yeah, but it's been good.
Yeah, I don't know if you had seen in the Instagram live that we ran earlier, but there were like multiple comments excited to see you and hear you and people who were fans of you. And I don't know if those are just your homies or if those are fans.
I don't know.
But clearly you've made it work for yourself to the point where people definitely know your name. So we'll definitely talk about that a little bit more in a bit. But Steve, same for you. How did you find BeatStars and what kept you?
I found BeatStars because like I've been making beats for like 4 years, but like probably the first like 2.5 years, I didn't even like know what a lease was. Like I was just kind of like making beats and like learning how to like actually create something. And then once somebody like hit me up and asked me to buy a beat, they sent me money and I just emailed them the beat. And then I've started doing my research and I was like, you know what, like if like a song blows up, like I'm probably gonna need to like figure this out. So I saw like the Taz Taylor like a long time ago when he was like selling beats at first. Like I remember seeing his videos and stuff and like Nick Mira and a lot of those guys use BeatStars. So I just checked it out and I think I signed up for like the free version at first and then I started just like loving it. And like I saw like how you guys had opportunities, like you can submit like beats for playlists and stuff and like also tag collaborators. And it was the first like beat selling platform I heard of. And I don't think any others can really compare to it. So I just went with it,
Period. Say that again. I'm gonna record that like in post. Everybody like somebody clips that and then we just like run it as like a loop or like a beat tag or something. So starting or going from there, I guess I want to talk about why you guys signed with us, but I think before that, I want to talk about the ways, one, that you've learned your craft. I know it obviously took practice, but also learning the business. Like, where were some places, or what were some things that, or tools, I should say, that you used to help basically learn how to be a producer and manage yourself? Stoic, I'll start with you again.
Well, I would say the two biggest tools that I used, were YouTube. I think you could learn anything in the world that you want to on YouTube, and just other mentors. So when I first started out, I tried to seek out people that have done this before, just to save you the time of making your own mistakes. And like, you're gonna make mistakes regardless of if you have mentors or not. But I would try to look at people that were, doing what I wanted to do, but a year from where I was, and ask them questions. And sometimes they don't answer. It happens. Like, some people don't have the time, or they don't think they have the time, maybe, whatever. But yeah, definitely having mentors and searching any question you could possibly have on YouTube. Those were the ways that I learned the most, for sure.
So just on the topic of mentors, do you have any like specific piece of advice that stuck with you, or even something you've had to learn on your own in the process?
Mentor wise, I mean, I learned a ton of advice, but most of it's related to production and just like YouTube tips and tricks, stuff like that. But my main thing, if I were to give anyone else advice, would be consistency. And obviously, it's almost so simple that it sounds cliche at this point, but really the hardest part of doing anything is doing it. And if you can release a beat once a day for half a year, there's no shot you're not going to grow an audience. You will grow an audience for sure. You're going to find some people that are listening to your stuff just because, it's in their face every single day. And I think that's the biggest takeaway of anything that I learned, really.
Yeah, I love that you said that. I mean, the guys in the chat will tell you, like, consistency is probably the main word that comes up in this show, like, on a weekly basis, but to hear it over and over and over again, that's the key. I think hopefully it's sticking in your guys' brains. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but everybody knows at this point. Steez, what about you?
Yeah, so you were asking, like, when I started producing, like, stuff that, like, kind of I did to, like, learn and get better and learn more aspects of it. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
One of, like, I mean, for me, like, when I first started making beats, like, I told you I was inspired by my cousin and I wanted him to show me, but he told me, like, he was like, use YouTube because I can't teach you anything. And I was like, what do you mean? And it was just like what he said. YouTube is huge, man. Like, it does sound a little cliche, but like, not even for producing, for anything you can learn on there. So like, first thing I did was I started off how to do drums and stuff because I was following like some producers. Like, it's like, you guys probably know who KBZ is. Like, if you don't, he's probably made some big records, but I watched his YouTube videos, like how he like did his like 808 patterns, or like how he like mixed his drums better. Then I would watch Internet Money videos for the, like, mixing tips. And then I realized I was good at that, so I wanted to learn how to make samples and make loops. So like, I went and watched Kyle Stenberger videos because like, he's a great sample maker. And it's basically, I don't know, just like trust your process. It does take consistency, but like, don't stick to like one thing, because like, if you can put consistency in like all other directions, like, it'll just build you as a whole, I guess,
Right. So when you say consistency in all other directions, do you also mean like genre wise, or are you talking about like the actual production and the business and whatever else, the networking?
I mean, I definitely think, I mean, if you can produce for more genres, that completely opens your clientele, like, with no question. Obviously, like, it might be more difficult, but like, if you're like mainly a hip hop producer, but like Ariana Grande's like team emails you and says, yo, like, we want to pack next week. Like, if you can't do that, that's a huge opportunity missed. You know what I mean? So like, I think it's good to just like have at least like some time to branch out and learn different styles.
For sure. I 100% agree with you. I think another thing we talk about a lot on a weekly basis is just this idea of like finding your niche and like, growing in that aspect. But the same thing, who was it, guys? Can somebody tell me the other week? Oh my God, his name, it's always names escaping me, but one of your roster mates has their like main channel and then a secondary channel. Oh my God, it's gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna have to find
I think Gibbo does that. He has like an R&B channel, then like a rap one too.
I don't know if I've ever seen Gibbo's, but this other producer I was talking about, he does like super dope hip hop beats and like kind of no, it wasn't Phantom. It was along the lines of like it's touching pop, but then it was Homage. Thank you, Cloud9. It was Homage. He has another page where it's just like all underground beats, and he like spends time putting out both. And if you find the other set of what he makes, then okay, cool. But definitely helps him branch out as well.
Yeah, that's smart.
I know you guys both have you have storefronts, you have your beat pages. So how are you driving traffic to them? Maybe I could pull one of your pages up while you answer, but Stoic can go first.
I mean, driving traffic to there is entirely just social media marketing, Instagram, Twitter, and then the biggest one being YouTube. I just recently hit 50,000 subs on there, so it's super easy to get people to. All right. It's super easy to get people to the store now, especially if it's the top thing that you see in the description. You don't even have to expand the description of your of the video to see that, you know, there's a link to purchase the beat or just hear other beats. So yeah, that's the main way people are finding me on BeatStars.
Sorry, so social media marketing is your main play?
For sure, yeah. I mean, I have my link. It's basically a link tree in my Instagram bio, and I've seen the analytics on that. A lot of people come from there, but I'm sure that most of them come from the YouTube channel.
Right. I think that's something that we talk about a lot as well, is like people leaving their links in their YouTube channel or whatever. That's how a lot of people, even in the chat, found BeatStars to begin with. So is there any times where you're using your link tree as a piece of your portfolio while you're networking? Like, do you ever just drop that as part of an email? What does that look like?
Honestly, I never do. That's not a bad idea. I don't do that. If I ever drop a website, my website is stoicbeats.com, but when you type that in, it links you to my BeatStars. So I purchased that domain name and linked it to my pro page. So if you type that in, it will take you to BeatStars.
And then, I mean, same thing for you, Steez. I'm going to pull up your page right now. How are you driving traffic to your beat store, and what are some ways that you make that process unique to you, or whatever the case may be?
For me, one of my big things for, like he said, for driving traffic is social media. Like Twitter is like my main thing, because I'll pick an artist on Twitter, or like a couple artists, and I'll have like videos on my phone of the type beats that like would be like them. This is like a huge gem, guys. I'm not even joking. If you like reply to big artist tweets with your beat videos, but don't do it in like a spamming way. But if you can like get it under there, I usually get at least like 15 people a week that will like find my beat store just from that, or they'll message you and then you can send it to them. But like Twitter and Instagram hashtags, if you can find like new artists and check out their posts and message them, but no spam type of stuff, you know, like it's all about building a relationship that creates like a returning customer.
Mm-hmm.
So like social media is the main thing from my experience.
Yeah, I think social media is something that everybody definitely leans on. Do either of you have a mailing list or anything of sorts as well?
I don't use like MailChimp or like an automatic email service, because I've experienced like getting emails from those, and it does work well, but personally I lock in with my clients and I create my own email list. I get their phone numbers, and on a weekly basis I send them my beats, and I give them a text, even give them a call, just to keep in touch. Like I said, I like to keep it no spam type of stuff. It's all like pure on my end.
Works for me. I feel like if Trampy were listening, he would like, or like Jasmine or Aaron, they would like yell at you guys for not having your mailing list together. Like, or I don't know. So do you have one? Sorry, you didn't even answer.
No, it's okay. I personally feel the same way as Steve. Like, not that it's spammy, but I don't know. It kind of takes away from your. I mean, we both want to be looked at as artists, aside from producers and businesses, and it's like it kind of takes away from your artistry. Like if you have a mailing list and everyone's getting the same message. I don't know. Like I agree with Steez. I have the same people that I keep up with. I grab their phone numbers and I make sure to stay in contact with these specific people. But I don't know if I'd like to be sending out mass emails to thousands of people. And yes, it would definitely work business wise. And I get why anyone would be mad at us for that. But personally, I don't know. It's just not the move I want to make right now.
Hey man, whatever works for you, and it seems to be working so far. So I can't really give you too much shit about it, but it's all good. Let's talk a little bit about the work that you guys are able to put out, specifically your placements. I'm gonna lob this one back to Steve. You have some pretty cool credits, buddy. So you've got credits with Lil Skies, Hoodrich, Pablo Juan, and Smokey Margella. And I think what some people, I mean, when we talk to people in America, I think that that's a pretty, like 9 times out of 10, there's a pretty easy laneway. But when you're anywhere else in the world, and particularly in Canada, those things don't always come as easy, and it might be a little bit more work. So I'm just wondering how those placements came to be. Like, what was that process? And of the songs that you got out, which ones are your favorites?
Honestly, like, it's kind of funny. I actually have a cool story behind my first placement. My biggest one is the Skies one, but for the Smokey and Hoodrich one, I'll make this short. But basically, before Smokey Margella was like more popular, he had his manager's phone number on his Instagram. So I texted it, and this is when I sucked at making beats. This was like 3 years ago. So I sent him a bunch of beats, and he never got back to me. And then a year and a half later, a random number texted me, and they were like, "Yo, we need beats like for tonight's session for Smokey and Pablo." And I like played it cool because I think they thought I was someone else. I was like, yeah, what's the email? Like, I'll send it. So I sent them a pack, and like literally a day later, I got the placement. Like, I'm telling you, like, it was so lucky, but like, it was nuts. It was nuts.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, and the Skies one, I got that through one of my good friends, Rello. He's Lil Skies' DJ, but before I became friends with him, I tried messaging him, and I was like, "Yo, like, can I send beats to Skies? Like, please, like, I'm trying to get beats through." And he just left me on red. So like, I tried to like say something random. Like, I asked him about his laptop, and then like he accepted my message request. And then once I got in the DMs, you know, I played my cards right. So
I love that. So I think that's a really solid networking play, because a lot of times, like, you guys are just sending cold emails or cold messages out and trying to make something stick. But I think what you did there, and this is something we also talk about often, is you're trying to build like a genuine connection. So when it's kind of offside of like asking for a very particular thing that they're probably being asked all of the time, that obviously worked for you. What has that done for your career so far? How do you even feel? Like, I guess I should rewind. Were one of those 2 songs the first placements you ever had?
Yeah, the Pablo one with Smokey, that was the first placement I ever got.
That is
insane.
That is absolutely insane. So what has that done for your career so far, and who else are you aiming to get placements with in the future?
It helped a lot. Like, obviously, like, a lot of producers, like, whether their goals are to get placements or to make a career off selling beats, like, I'm grateful that I even have a couple placements, because I know people that have been working for 10 years that still can't like achieve certain things. So like, I'm grateful, and it's given me a lot of opportunities. I mean, without the Little Skies placement, I wouldn't even be here right now. Like, I wouldn't be with BeatStars Publishing. Like, but it's all really about how you handle it, because you can get a placement and take advantage of what happens, or you could get a placement and think you're about to sail off into the sunset and relax and then go back to square one.
Right. And that's definitely not the case, because music is moving so quickly. You got to stay in the loop and stay relevant. Do you have any plans to work with any of those artists in the future?
Yeah. I have a couple unreleased songs with Skies right now, and I have some stuff on the way. Like, you know how it is, you get songs with people, but half the time it doesn't actually drop. Like, I would say, like, I have songs with like Flip De Niro and like stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't like to talk too much unless I get paperwork for it, you know?
We don't share anything on here until the ink is dry.
Yeah.
So definitely keep those in your back pocket, but congratulations in advance if that
Thank
works.
you. Thank you.
Stoic, what about you? So you've got a couple tracks out. Let me look at this list again. So Araya, King Green, Piff Marty, 404 Vincent, and actually 2 songs with Araya. I hope I'm saying that artist name right. But how did those come to be? What's your favorite? Let us know.
So I'll start with Araya. Yeah, it's Araya, but it looks like Araya. So
Araya.
until I met him, I didn't know that either. He actually found me through YouTube and then purchased the beat off BeatStars and then made his songs through there. And the one color palette that I sent you ended up getting over 1 million streams super quick in about a month. So like that was my first 1 million streams. I don't have any super big placements as of now. This is pretty much my first year doing this, so I'm still kind of waiting for all that good stuff to roll in. But like Steez was saying, there's some people that are doing this to like, sell beats, and that's basically what I've been doing, like making my career off this. I haven't had any of those giant placements yet, but hopefully in the future that'll come. Besides that dude Piff Marty, those tracks also purchased off of BeatStars have been doing super well on social media. Like that's like my first track to blow up on TikTok. Like one of those TikToks that gets like 5 million views just randomly. It was that track, so that was really cool. Besides that, yeah, and the King Green one was another TikTok favorite. He's done some work with like Eminem and Royce da 5'9", so to have him over my stuff was really cool. And yeah, all those people that I listed pretty much were homies at this point, just from going back and forth and sharing a little bit of success from TikTok and streaming, stuff like that. So it's been really nice.
Yeah, I think that's incredible. And I think that, just because they may not be like a marquee artist or whatever, I think a stream is a stream and a placement is a placement, and it all adds up into your catalog in the long run. And especially like now to see success on places like TikTok, which is, that app is changing the entire world day by day. So those are major successes that count into the bigger picture. I'd love to know how you are maintaining your relationships with those artists, though, because you mentioned that you're still in contact and stuff. Is there anything in particular that makes you want to continue working with them outside of your successes?
I mean, besides their super obvious talent that they displayed over my beats, I was fortunate enough to link up with these people, and even a couple of them I met in real life. I had a riot in my apartment. We had like a little session, quote unquote, and I got super cool with his manager because we're from the same town. His engineer, I'm sorry. So yeah, no, really just super easy people to talk to. Like, don't take themselves too seriously, and we vibe with what each other are doing. So it's kind of a no-brainer. Like, why not stay in contact with these people? Like, they're on their grind, I'm on my grind. It just kind of works perfectly.
Yeah, it's just synergy, right?
Exactly, it's complete synergy.
What's interesting, Stoic, you had let me know you were supposed to be working as a registered nurse in New York, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
Now you're doing music full time. So what has that been for you? Like, that sounds like a whirlwind.
My whole life, I basically, when I was in high school, I kind of decided that I think I want to be a nurse. I heard that nursing was like on the rise, and you make some good money from it, and you also help people. So I was like, all right, that's a win-win-win. You can't lose there. But what happened was, when I was in college, I went to a nursing school, and I got left back one year. I failed the class by 2 points, just 2. And
yeah, also, just whoever that teacher was, if you're watching and you dropped the person by 2 points, like, you're a demon. But okay, moving on.
They completely changed my life for the better, and that's why right now I believe how everything happens for a reason. I think that's completely ingrained in me at this point. Like, I cannot fail because I know that any setback is happening for a reason right now. And I think that's the best lesson you could ever learn in your life. Like, yeah, honestly, give me snaps. Anyway, yeah, I was supposed to be a nurse, got left back, and then COVID hit. And about 6 months before, 6 months like before I was about to be a nurse, I started blowing up on YouTube and BeatStars, blowing up. But yeah, you know, gaining a little traction on YouTube and BeatStars. And I was like, wait, I could kind of make a career like out of this, like selling leases, etc. And I haven't looked back since. I moved out to California from New York, and I'm doing this full time. So, you know, it's been wild.
Well, I guess maybe I should take back my previous comment and say shout out to that prompt that failed you.
Exactly.
Appreciate you, buddy. But also, you're saying like some success or small success. You hit 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. So can you just briefly talk about what growing that channel has been like for you? And if there's any specific thing you think that did it to blow you up?
Yeah, I mean, I like going back to the thing with mentors, like how I was always looking for mentors and like how now I'm trying to be a little bit of a YouTube mentor. It's really just super simple. The hardest part is the consistency and the work. But I realized that early on, if you post a beat every day at the same exact time with a good thumbnail and some pretty good quality, if you do that every day for 6 months, you will have a following. Like whether it be like, you know, 500 people, 1,000 people, like there will be people behind you if you just are in their face every day. And the biggest thing about blowing up on YouTube is you need to get that one video that goes past, let's say like, you know, 50,000 or 100,000 views, because that's when the subscribers start rolling in also. And to get that and to get the best chance of getting that, you have to put one out every day. So I tell anybody that, you know, they look at where I am and they say, how can I get there? I say, make a video every day for 6 months at the same exact time, perfect quality, and a great thumbnail, and you'll be there. Like I've shared it with a ton of people right now, and anyone that's followed it has seen a lot of success. So
yeah, the comment in the chat from Jay Fatty says, nah, the man Stoic is real about being a YouTube mentor. He helped me immensely with YouTube tips. Love this interview, mad jams.
I'm telling you, I do this. Like,
hey, you need a shirt that says I do this.
I do this. But my guy Arcane Beats is in here too. He knows. We just got off the phone last 2 days ago. We were on the phone and we were talking exactly about this. Everyone knows, you know. But
yeah. I feel like if you guys have been watching the show today and always, you will know that consistency is key. I feel like that's the underlying theme of the show. Steez, I just want to talk to you a little bit because I know you are like borderline America. And I understand that a lot of the big music business stuff, obviously you can do it from your home. But a lot of the big opportunities or in studio sessions happen in the US. So how have you been able to shift your focus and grow while being basically locked up? Because where Steez and I are from, our lockdown just ended for the 30th time.
Did it end today?
Yeah, June 1st. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We open things to like 15% capacity. Lucky us.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like with it was different in Canada because like the States, they were open for a long time, but Canadians, we were locked down for pretty much an entire year. I mean, it was a good and a bad thing. It was good because I wasn't able to go out and do much, so I was making beats and just doing my thing. But the bad thing was definitely not being able to travel because before the COVID stuff, I actually made like some of my like biggest like friendships from like traveling, like going to LA one time and like going to Florida and stuff like that. Like being able to move around is very important, but the power of, like Stoic was saying, man, like YouTube, like if you can build that foundation on YouTube too, like that sticks with you. It's even bigger than like getting a record with like somebody sometimes. But the way, I don't know, the COVID stuff, like I think it was good overall because it didn't give a lot of people didn't have a choice but to be productive, and 50% of the people stayed productive and a lot of the people didn't. But I feel like it shaped me out in a way. And once we open up, I'm a better producer from when it first happened. So
I love all the positivity from you guys today. It's like really melting my cold little.
we need positivity. I feel like I don't know like if anybody in the chat like has like a bunch of producers on their Twitter, but too many times I see like people going at each other over like stupid stuff. Like we all need to like support each other because like we all have the same goals, you know.
Absolutely. Everybody's just trying to create and provide and sustain. And I think we all need to be gentle with each other in that process of learning and growing. I know I see some people in the chat that had mentioned, I'm trying to scroll up and find, Justine RVA. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but Justine said that they want to quit their welding job and go full time. And like, let me tell you, you absolutely will. You hear these guys, everybody else come in, like it's the consistency factor. But with that being said, I want to hear the things that you guys have been working on. So everybody in the chat, I need y'all to wake up. Who do you want to hear first? The first three of whatever name, that's who I'm going to play first. So while I wait on that, as you guys know, I want to see out of 5 emojis per each track, what you rate it. If there's a type beat, like an artist you think you would hear on it, I'd love to see that in the chat as well. And also while we wait, are you guys open to collaboration? I ask this every show, but sometimes these guys like to like hit you up later to see like if they can work with you and things like that. You guys cool with that?
Yeah, for sure. I personally always like, if anyone DMs me, I pretty much answer every single DM. And I just tell them to email me. Like usually collabs would have to be like, I mean, if it's a producer collab, I'll say like, you know, send samples or send whatever you're working on. And if it's an artist collab, then I will say something like, you know, let me hear something that you made, just to gauge how you're working.
Right.
Yeah, definitely open to collabs. I have on all my social medias, I have an email in my bio that you guys can send it to. And yeah, let's get it. Obviously, like both busy guys, but let's do it. And Stoic, man, we should collab. I didn't even know who you worked with today. Let's get it though.
Oh, I'm done.
For real.
I'm waiting for the final name to drop. We got 2 for Steez, 1 for Stoic. It could go either way, but we're running out of time, so I need somebody to pick.
Either way, you're gonna hear some heat.
Yeah, some fire.
oh, I need the tiebreaker.
Let's hear it.
Tiebreaker. Stoic, you're up first. All right, let's
I'm in my mic.
It's my friends though, so it doesn't count.
It counts. I wouldn't even know that. All right, which track do you want to start with first?
Let's go with Dive In because I have a cool story for that one.
Okay. And for you guys in the chat, just know that we are streaming from Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. So if you can't see the comments that I'm mentioning, that's probably why. If you're on a separate platform than where somebody else is writing. So let's go. You said Dive In, right?
Yeah, that one's cool.
All right.
Yeah, a little vibe. Yeah, but I didn't know you were playing that much of it. It kind of gets boring after a while. I can't lie. But the story I had to tell about that was I sent that in to this artist named Lou Phelps. He was having kind of like a beat judging contest, and I didn't know that his brother was K Tronada, which is one of my favorite producers ever. And he
Wow.
was in the Instagram live judging beats with him, and he heard my beat being played, and he's like, Stoic, man, this is fire. And it kind of gave me fuel for like the next 6 months just to make beats, because I was like, this is literally my idol telling me that, the beat that I just put out there was fire. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, that's a cool beat, I guess.
It's such a vibe, and shout out to another Canadian producer, K-Tra.
Yes, Montreal represent.
All right, what's the next one?
We can go with the assassin one. That one's cool.
All right.
I tried to give you a big, like a big spread. I pretty much do, I do a lot of different like genres, but I try to give you like a full look into my sound.
Yeah, I love when you guys do that, honestly, because it helps, one, everybody in the chat know what you're about, and two, me, because I just love to hear it. So let's go. I guess that's a really great place to stop.
Yeah, that works.
You just hit something. I was nervous.
Yeah, just put a little pause in there.
Yeah, so you guys in the chat, we don't do no kind of rudeness in here. You will get kicked out, so I'm only gonna say that once.
No, it's okay. If you think it's trash, I mean, whatever.
No, I mean, like, there's better ways to be constructive. Like, what are you?
Sometimes you don't need to be constructive. It's fine.
Let it roll off works for me. What's your next track?
We could go with Honeycomb. That works. Yeah.
Ooh, I love Smino, so I can't wait to hear this one.
Yeah, me too.
I want to play more, obviously, but it's just we're so tight for time. But that's like a vibe. I could definitely hear him.
Nah, I get it. Thank you.
Bro, you got to get that Kendrick placement.
Dog, that's the goal.
Need that.
Yeah, one day, hopefully.
Fire. All right. Next beat.
Oh, we're staying on me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can go on Blur. That's cool.
All right. I hate cutting it off because I know there's probably like so much more exciting stuff to listen to as the week goes on. Because it's so chill. Like a lot of your music is just like a vibe, you know? Let Stoic know Top Dog and his team stay looking for beats on Twitter from time to time. He will usually tweet to hear some new stuff. So I'm letting you know, Stoic. So I guess we'll play your last beat, which was Disappear. Wait, did I skip anything? No, it's Disappear, right? You're muted. I can't hear you, brother.
Sorry. I thought I was talking the whole time. This song is definitely inspired by Good Days by SZA. So if you hear that, like, let me know.
All right, let's go. I don't know how a minute and 30 seconds just flew past me. Like I was just busy swaying.
Thank you.
But thank you so much for sharing your music with us. I'm really excited to have you as part of our BeatStars family. And I know everyone else in the chat was pretty lit about it. Did you play Assassin yet? I kind of want to hear that. Yes. Unfortunately, you missed it, but this show will be up on YouTube if you want to check it out. Or you could just go to the Beat Store linked right there and go and go check it out.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just buy it.
Yeah, you know, like show some support for your community. All right, Steez, you're on deck, King. Let me just share the screen. Let me just remove this little tag to Stoic because that's on the first slide. Uh-oh, what is going on here? Here we go. All right. What's the first beat you want to start with?
All right, to show off my versatile side, let's play Groove. Let's click into the club real quick.
Sorry, let's play what?
Groove.
Okay.
Groove.
So just keep this in mind. We have room for 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you choose. Or I'll pick one.
You let me pick? No, don't do that.
I'll tell you which ones to play.
Okay. All right, let's go. I hope I turn that off.
Someone said they could hear Bruno Mars. Let's go. Appreciate it.
Yes. I was gonna say the Ariana Grande tag is pretty spot on. I agree with
Yeah.
you chose it. That was dope. I was not expecting that at all because, like, you know, she's technically a hip hop producer.
But yeah,
it's an Atia emote from Low Wave. Okay, what's your next one? Or sorry, about to say something. I think I just cut you off.
No, you're good. My bad for putting too many, but you could just play Draco.
Yeah, never my bad. Sometimes we have time, sometimes we don't. All right, let's hear it. Heart hurts. I want to play more.
Yeah, I think I like that one.
Yeah, no, the chat was definitely going up for that. We got 5 flame emojis from 8th Light, 5 from King Swisser, 4 from Rock 5. Heno said this slaps hard. Sure does. All right.
We do play people.
Keeper.
I know she like it when I'm on my skis.
Ooh, I really like that one.
Yo, that was heat.
Thank you, bro. Damn, my bad. The intro was a little long, but
Oh my god! Holy shit!
thank you.
I love watching you two like be excited for each other. I think that's been like my favorite part of this entire like exchange.
This is sick too because like I feel like we both have completely different styles. Like everybody listening to this right now is like learning. You know, it's sick.
Yeah, I love that, and yeah, thank you guys for your energy. I appreciate it. All right, 2 more from you.
All right, let's go with Solid.
Solid. All right.
That one started popping off the other day.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
My intro, just so you know.
Jeez, I know she like it when I'm on my steez.
Sweet. I'm getting a lot of Drake vibes. That's good because I make a lot of Drake type beats, so it's good.
Maybe one day.
Hey, and we both Canadian, so I want to be right.
There's at least one method of connection there. All right, your final beat. What are we gonna play?
Final beat. Let's end it off with Location. I like that beat pretty cool.
Sorry, what did you say? Oh, Location.
Yeah, that one.
All right. Okay. Wow, the melody on that one was hard too.
Eli Brown, he's from Toronto. He's the king of samples. Eli Brown. That's where you heard it.
Eli Brown.
He's dope.
Well, I mean, I guess that pretty much concludes the show. Do you guys have any final words to share?
I do got some final words. I mean, I'll let Stoic go first, though. If you want to say something, I'll let you go first.
In the spirit of order of how we've done
I didn't mean to say anything, but thank you for having us. This was such an awesome opportunity. And I'm glad I got to meet you, Tia and Steez. You guys are dope. Steez, bro, that last one and that one before that I was going crazy. Nah, those are hits. Like,
thank you, bro.
You know that. Yeah.
No, you know what you got too, bro. For real. I'm gonna DM you right after this.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm dope. But thank you, appreciate it. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, thank you for the opportunity, mostly.
No, thank you for joining me for sure, and obviously to the both of you, thank you for being on the team and being like such supporters of the platform, and putting your work through here and sharing with us and all of those things. Sorry, Steez, I jumped ahead of you, but you go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say thank you for putting me and Stoic, giving us the platform. You know, like it all started from us uploading our first beat on BeatStars, and now we're doing all of our business side with you guys. But let's go. New music on the way. Big Steez. Go check out the Beat Store. Me and Stoic. This was a sick show. You guys are lit. And let's keep all working, bro. I'm telling you, I want to see somebody in the chat on this live so I can watch them. All love.
Thank you so much for your guys' energy, such positivity. I had a lot of fun today. I don't know what's been going on lately, but I don't really get to talk to two people at once. But I just love seeing your guys. You guys share space and share energies and all of the above. Steez, if you're ever in Toronto, link me.
I got you.
I'm actually probably gonna come to LA in July, so maybe we can link. But
say less.
Perfect.
Bro, let's link up this summer, bro. Let's cook up.
Yes, sir. Please. I'm always here. I'm in Koreatown, so like.
All right, bet.
Right. Place. All right, guys. So that was Stoic and Steezewav. Make sure you guys follow them on their beat stores on Instagram. Make sure you're connecting. They did say they're open to collaboration. Immediately after this, you can head over to our Twitter at BeatStars. We're going to be doing some after show playlists and networking opportunities and a beat listening party. So go hang out with Sydney. She's waiting for you guys right now. And I'm going to end off this show. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Make sure you're washing your hands, wearing your masks if you still need to. Social distance, all of the above. Work hard. And I'll see you guys next week. And shout out to you too. Once again, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.